Here we go. Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe. Spreading love in this big bad world of ours. Before we go any further, check that ticker bar below, brother, because quite a few people have liked, shared, subscribe. Even on the bloody Facebook numbers are going up. New channel figures are above, and yeah, you guys have put a smile on my face. I am in Istanbul. I don't know whether. Yeah, Istanbul's in Europe, isn't it? Not in Asia.
Sort of halfway between.
Yeah.
It's like the dividing line, isn't it?
Yeah, got the bridge, haven't they? The bridge.
Yeah.
And hey, as you can see, great guest tonight, big old Sam. How are you, mate? You good?
I'm all right, Brownie. I'm all right. Always good to be on with you, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm going to tell people what I've been up to, right?
Go on.
Because you are going to laugh, others are going to laugh, and it's kind of like in your face to the haters type of thing, right? I'm just going to leave it like that until later on, Sam.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Because I want to see you. I want to see your face when I say it. Anyway, yeah. So, what happened to me on a flight? Well, I had a taxi all the way to the airport. Realized I left my wallet in the fucking apartment.
You are a fucking wanker, honestly.
I know. So I had to give a taxi back down, and have a guess what? The flight I booked was actually for today, not yesterday.
Are you? I don't get you. I really don't get you. The way you book flights, honestly. I don't know. It's like you become a complete moron, isn't it?
I know. Oh, I know. But I tell you what it is, right? You know, I think it's because of a football. Because I was watching a football, and because I'm 3 hours ahead of the UK, sometimes I look online and it's like, oh, the game just happened, but it's like yesterday's game on the. Do you know what I mean? I must have thought of something fucking
But
strange.
you still, when you're looking at a flight, you look at the fucking date and time, don't you? I mean, it's. Oh.
So I rushed from the taxi, running like fuck, paid 3 times for the taxi when I fucking should have, running like fuck, sweating. It was still about fucking 30 degrees at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, right? Proper sweating, and went to the desk. Can I have a look at you? Can I have a look at your confirmation, sir? Yeah, no worries, I said. All of a sudden, Mr. Brown, it's actually tomorrow, your flight, not today. I was like, oh, can't I switch it? No, you have to pay for a new flight. And it gets fucking worse. It gets fucking worse, right?
Yeah.
So I had to pay for a new flight. Unbeknown to me, my card won't fucking work. And I was like, what the fuck? RBS only bloody blocked it right at a time in which I really needed them. So I had to ring RBS, right? And because I was on hold for so long, cheers RBS, on hold for so long, it cut out. I had to put more credit on that happened 3 fucking times. Nearly 80 fucking euros I spent on my bloody phone last night.
Jesus, why do they cut out your card then?
They do it quite regular. It's like if I put a big stake on with a gambling site or something, all of a sudden they think it's fraudulent activity because I only do like a tenner normally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's fucking stupid, isn't it? There should be some way of telling them, that you just leave it alone.
No, back in the day, Sam, if they thought some fraudulent activity was going on, we'd pick a phone up to you. Hello, Mr. Brown. Look, something's come up on a computer. Can you just confirm that you've done this transaction or not?
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore. They make you look like a cunt when you want to fucking buy something and the card doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know there's all those that surveillance thing on the cards. But normally, if you tell them, they'll remove it, or they'll give you like much higher limits and things like that. But yeah, I know what you mean. It can be a
I
pain.
think it's because I got the RBS card in
Yeah,
Dubai. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
You know, same with it in Spain, but
yeah. It's a pain
it
in the
just
arse.
always happens when you need it urgently, you know?
Yeah, it's a pain in the
No, I'm
arse.
going to tell you the reason why later on. Let's go in the chat. Let's go in the chat. Let's go in the chat.
Yeah,
Did you
so
watch the football
hello
earlier
in
on,
the
Sam?
chat. Hello, everybody.
Did you watch the football earlier on?
Yeah, I watched the Chelsea game. Yep, very good game. Excellent game.
Tell you what, they were bloody lucky in the end.
They were really lucky. I tell you what, they were lucky. Chelsea tired out in the end. You know, in extra time they tired out. Real Madrid nicked it, but Chelsea, what a game they played. Honestly, Tuchel and the game plan they had, the lineup was perfect. You know, and the tactics were perfect. And yeah, I mean, they should have won the game. They deserve to win the game. Really, Chelsea had that goal disallowed because it just about touched Alonso's finger, didn't it? His hand.
Do you think they deserve to win the tie, though?
Maybe not, because I know at home they weren't really that good. Real Madrid did really play a lot better than them at Stamford Bridge, but going to the Santiago Bernabeu and dominating and dominating them like that. I mean, come on, they deserve more tonight than what they got. I hate Chelsea. I really hate Chelsea, but at the end of the day, got to give credit where it's due. You know, tonight they played really well.
Absolutely. You know, it takes a lot of balls to go and play in a Bernabeu. You know, I did think that they would kind of like try to hit them on a break type of thing, but that wasn't the game plan at all. They took it to Real Madrid.
Just want to say to Stefan, you ask him about the score. Ended up 3-2, didn't it, to Chelsea, and Real Madrid went through on aggregate. But Chelsea were 3-0 up, should have been 4-0 up. Absolutely battered Real Madrid for the first 70 or so minutes, 65, 70 minutes. Looked really good. Then Real Madrid crept back into it. Chelsea tired a bit. They got that excellent goal from Rodrigo. Excellent goal. That outside of his right foot pass from Modric into right onto the foot of Rodrigo there. First touch, bang into the goal. Incredible. What a goal that was.
What's your opinion? I know he's a youngster, right? What's your opinion on Vinicius Jr.? He can be so frustrating at times.
He seems to be a bit hot-headed at times, doesn't he? But he's still young, you know. He's going to develop. He's going to mature, hopefully. But you can see he's got talent. You can see he's a good player. But today he seemed to be a bit off the ball, a bit hot-headed. You know, seemed to be a bit caught up in the occasion. I didn't think he was that good tonight, to be honest. But yeah, no, I mean, what a game Chelsea played, and they for me, they deserve to win tonight, Chelsea. And it's just Real Madrid. You know, Real Madrid, they're an excellent team. They're always gonna be in it. You know, no matter what. You know, you can never count them out. And like I said, the last 15, 20 minutes, they sort of came back into it because Chelsea tired a lot. They seemed to tire a lot, and then they got that goal, which got them on level pegging. And then in extra time, it looked like Chelsea tired a lot in extra time, and then Real Madrid sort of took over from there.
Tell you what, there's similarities between Vinicius Jr. and Saka.
Yeah, there are some similarities. I would say. Oh, there are some similarities. I would say Saka's more, he's more of a quiet, more of a level-headed. You know, he hasn't really got that hot-headed sort of temperament to his game that Vinicius does, but Saka's he's a big talent. There's a lot of similarities in the way they play.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, similar systems as well. Yeah.
Inconsistent, and neither of them can fucking hit Bando with a fucking.
Yeah, Saka's a bit up and down, isn't he? I mean, he was scoring more goals at the beginning of the season, and now he's sort of, But that's the thing. Arsenal are so over-reliant on him because Arsenal have such a thin squad. That's the thing. They can't rest him. They don't rest him. And they should let him rest now and again. Because he's he's playing too many games at that age. He shouldn't really be doing that.
Right, come on. In the chat, Dara, is it going to be a treaty what? They will, my friend. I do apologize. You know what happened last week? I was out my mate's birthday. Friday night is a treaty night. Treaty United, Irish football. We're going to do summer watch-alongs. League of Ireland is a summer football league. So this gives us some football to watch. And Sam, we'll be putting a link up. It's only €5, so it works out about £3.50, £4. We'll be putting a link up. Every game is televised, or you can watch it on a link. So, it'll be good. It'll be enjoyable. And a big shout out to all the treaty guys.
Yep.
It's a question, everyone. Yeah, I have been. I have been traveling. It's took me out the last couple of days, so I'll get hold of the treaty guys tomorrow. Jazza, Brownie, are you expecting a lot of violence in the Lyon pubs? Yes, I am. They tried it in and around London Stadium last week. Yes, I am. So any West Ham fans, keep fucking safe, and let's hope you can get through on that tie. I'd like to see West Ham get through on that tie, Sam.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The thing with me is when it comes to European football, I am sort of in favour of the English clubs going through. I then become like I want the Premier League to be the best, league. So, unless it's Tottenham, of course. Tottenham, I never want them to win ever. But any other English club in the European competitions, I actually do want them to go through because I want the Premier League to be, the best. So, yeah, even though I'm not really a West Ham fan at all, of course, but I tell you what, I prefer them over Lyon. I definitely don't like Lyon. So, yeah, I prefer West Ham to go through.
And the draws worked out. Possibility of them having Barca in the semi-final then.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it, having Barca in the old Europa League? But yeah, no, it could be a big tie.
AP evening both, he says. Evening Brownie, evening Sam.
Yeah, evening AP, evening.
Leon have arranged private shuttles for West Ham away fans. No chance get down when I'm. Yeah, French football is at dangerous levels off a pitch at the moment because French society is all over the shop, and society is linked heavily to what happens in the football stadiums.
Yeah, there's a lot of protests going on. They're not happy. There's a lot of unrest, isn't there?
Yeah.
In general, as you say, they're very unhappy with the way things are going at the moment, aren't they? The rising costs and everything over there, like here, really. But they're really pissed off about it, aren't they, over there?
Yeah. Kieran, right, guys. Kieran Webster is a YouTuber who follows Hull City. Now, one of the reasons in which I was late for this start. Obviously, I had to have a shit before I started. That was right.
As always.
Right. But I also had to do a small video for Kieran. Cardiff are playing Hull tomorrow. So he asked me to do a little prediction video, which I done. Guys, listen, I know most of you don't follow Hull, but you know what? Give your support to Kieran. Kieran, if you can put a link to your channel in the chat. And guys, really, really appreciate it. He's come in here to support Football Brownies, so let's do the same to his channel. Stefan, hi Steph, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, and hope you're feeling better as well.
Well, has it been under the weather? I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
Stefan.
yeah. He threatened to leave YouTube the other day. Bloody hell!
Was it having a strop? Was he having a strop? Was he having a strop?
No. Just you know yourself. Sometimes you need a break from it all.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheddar's little tip for you regarding international calls: install Tesco calling card app.
Never heard of that, to be honest.
No, me neither. You know what pisses me off as well? When banks say It's a free phone number if you ring from abroad. It fucking ain't if you phone in from a bastard mobile. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah.
Fucking wankers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Max, hi Max, hope you're well. Hey Brownie and Sam. Max, what's this about your goalkeeper, West Brom goalkeeper, Sam Johnson? Going to be a freebie at the end of the year so far. Man United and Tottenham, I hear, interested. I don't rate him. I think he's gone downhill this season, my personal opinion. I know he wanted out to Arsenal, Sam, didn't he, last year?
Well, Arsenal apparently after him, weren't they? But they went for Ramsdale,
Yeah.
which I think was the best choice.
3-2. Yeah, I know you read that. You read that one out, Sam, didn't you? You read that one out. Max says hello to everybody. I like it when everyone fucking Villarreal. Yeah, they beat Barca.
Yeah, they know they beat Bayern Munich in Bayern Munich. They beat Bayern Munich 2-1 in Bayern in Munich.
That, and it was like 16-1 for them to win in Munich.
It's a fantastic result for them. I mean, it was very. I haven't seen the game, but it's definitely a big upset because Bayern Munich, you know, they're a top Champions League side, one of the favourites, playing at home. They haven't lost at home in the Champions League for like what, God knows how long. They've got a fantastic record at home, and then Villarreal go and do that.
Emery,
I tell you what, you got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. He seems to be a bit of a tactician, and he's a good cup manager, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's won
European Cup. La Liga, they fucking struggling with it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's they're seventh or something like that in La Liga, but he's been the cup. I tell you, he always does well in the cups, doesn't he? When it comes down to knockouts and stuff like that, he seems to get the team set up well, doesn't he, for that?
Right. But to prove again, German league is a farmers' league. I've always said it. I've always said it, Sam.
Which one did you say?
The German league.
Yeah, it's a bit overpowered at the top, isn't it? You've got those 3-4 teams at the top there that are just so much better than everyone else, in my opinion. And, there's that, there's a huge difference in quality between like the top 4 or 5 sides and the rest of the league, whereas you see in Spain and especially the Premier League, more so than in the other leagues, in my opinion, there is not such a huge gulf in quality as there is, in Germany and a few of the other leagues.
Yeah. Lewandowski is out of contract in the summer. Sam, what do you want?
Yeah, I know. That's been known for a while, isn't it? That he's not going to renew. Most likely, not going to renew with Bayern Munich. He's going to have a last fling somewhere else. Where that'll be, we get to know. I would personally, even though he's 32, 33 now, 33, I think. Even at that age, I would personally give him. I would give him a couple of years at Arsenal. Coming back, he was still banging some goals. I wouldn't say no to him. Yeah, he's I don't know where he's most likely to go. I don't think. I don't. Where do you think? I think he's going to go to. I
think
he's going to go to a money league, isn't he? He's going to go to like what? He's probably going to go to.
I think he's going to be second choice to whoever loses out between Man City and Real for Haaland.
Yeah.
And then the PR will turn it around. Lewandowski was always out first. Fucking. Do you know what I mean?
The latest news I've been reading about Haaland is that apparently Man City are struggling with him. There are some things there he's not really happy with. Real Madrid the same. He's having some issues with Real Madrid as well. He's not really happy with all the issues going on there. Apparently, there's some things there he's not happy with. Man United are also in for him. But he doesn't really want United. He doesn't think it's the right project for him. Apparently, is what I've been getting this from Norwegian news outlets, which are pretty close to him. So I'm thinking a lot of the information is going to be pretty good. So at the moment, things are a bit up in the air. But according to the Norwegian news outlets, they think that the team he most likely will sign for it is Man City. That's what they think.
Yeah. Well, Di Maurizio, that Italian guy that used to work with the bloody transfer guy. What's his name? What's his name?
What, Fabrizio
Romano. Yeah. Man City apparently upped the offer yesterday, or was it the day before, giving Mino Raiola £75 million as his agent. Right? What? Hang on. Let me. Hang on. Right. £75 million as his agent.
That's just ridiculous.
Right. 75 million transfer fee to Haaland because he's a free transfer.
Yeah.
And 30 million
to his dad.
Net salary.
Oh, okay, 30 million. So yeah. No, I mean,
no, that's in euros. So okay, take the bloody.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the choice is still up to the player. Even though Raul is being offered that money, they want to sweeten the deal, and he's probably going to say to all, take City, take City. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to Haaland. It's where he wants to play. It's his decision. So, yeah, I don't think.
After that announcement, I even though I bloody all over the shop, like, I was still keeping an eye on El Chicharito because Josep Pedro said last week Haaland has told people at Real Madrid that he wants to sign, no question about it. And Pedro is quite fucking on the ball when it comes to Real Madrid.
There's issues there with Real Madrid. He's not quite happy.
Quiet last night after that was announced.
You got to remember these guys are not always right. There's especially the Real Madrid guys. There's loads of bullshit from Real Madrid. They're real bullshit merchants, in my opinion. There's a lot of fucking tabloid shit that comes from there, especially that La Marca or whatever the fuck it's called. It's their rag that they use. There's lots of shit that comes out there, lots of noise. They try and manipulate players and manipulate clubs, and all of that, and like many other news outlets do. But I think I don't think he will go to Real Madrid. I think he's most likely going to go to City because they have the money. They do need a striker. And he has his links with his father. Alf-Inge Haaland, his father, the Man City links. Through him, it just makes a lot of sense. Man United, I just can't see him going there because Man United, they're still 2-3 seasons behind everyone else at the moment. And unfortunately, I just don't think Arsenal are going to be going for him either. I don't think they're going to spend that money. Even though Arsenal do have the money, they're not going to spend it. The Cronkies are not going to spend that level of money on him. I just can't see it happening. So it's going to be between Real Madrid and City. But you look between those two teams. For me, Real Madrid are not the favourites. It's going to be City that has to be the favourites between those two.
Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
If Haaland did sign for City, for Real Madrid, with Mbappe,
it's not going to happen.
Would you agree it is the biggest mic drop Brownie could ever do for nearly 2 years and you were giving me shit for nearly 2 years because of it?
It's never going to fucking happen. They're not going to have both players. Those two players, right? They are going to be the next two. Most likely the next two big icons in football, like Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I think
they're the next. They are the two next icons, right? They're not going to be on the same team. They're not going to be on the same club because both of them are alphas. Both of them want to be number one. They're not going to be on the same team. There's Mbappe. There's a talk of Mbappe that he doesn't even really want to go to Real Madrid anymore. He prefers Barcelona. So that deal's not been done yet. So there's a lot going on behind the
Something
scenes.
about the sponsorship. Something about sponsorship, personal sponsorship.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. There's loads of different moving parts that we don't see, that we don't know about, and a lot of that does influence what goes on. I don't think Mbappe and Haaland, both of them, are going to go to Real Madrid. You might have Mbappe, but I just don't think Haaland wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't think he. I just don't think he. I don't think he likes Real Madrid as much as he does, for example, Manchester City. That's just my take on it.
But you can't hide. Premier League fans can't hide from this now. There seems to be a link between the best in football and avoiding Premier League because they can prolong a career because of a rough and tumble of a Premier League. Is that what could be going on in Haaland's mind?
No, I really don't think so, Brownie. I think the opposite. I think the Premier League is the Premier League in the world now. I think clubs I think players recognise that. Is the league to go to and dominate, because you see that the top players, they're in Germany, they're in France, they're in La Liga. They come to England, and it's like it's hard. It's a difficult challenge for them. It's a whole different level. It's fast, it's tough. You don't get the time on the ball as you do in La Liga and in Germany. So it's a real tough challenge for the top players, and they like that challenge. They want to challenge themselves at the top clubs, where of course where all the money is as well, right? We've got all the money in Manchester City and as well. So, I don't think Haaland's worried. Haaland is not a wimp. Haaland is not. He's an alpha warrior. He is an alpha warrior, and he's not scared of going to Manchester City or the Premier League. He would love it. I think he would relish the chance to go to the Premier League and absolutely batter everyone scoring goals. I think you'd love it.
Let's go through a chat because there's loads of bloody messages. Guys, I am going to have to leave a few messages out, so I do apologise if you want to write them again. Stefan is agree with you with Steph. If I was the case, would you want Norwich to win a UEFA Cup that time, man?
Oh yeah, Norwich, yeah.
Darren asked if you were available on Sunday to watch do the League of Ireland watch along.
No, I don't think I'll be watching any doing any watch alongs with
Sam is the bloody championship, mate. Never mind bloody League of Ireland. Stefan Banks take a pick. Fucking right they do. Really stressed bloody last night. Likewise, apart from Wolves or Villa, everyone seems to be saying. Everyone. Install the app, make your call. But I call Cyprus one. Oh, I'll be on to that. I'll private message you, mate. Harry, hi Harry, hope you well. Little birdie tells me you're on the move, Brownie. Yeah, I'm changing the apartment. I'm upgrading, getting a bigger apartment.
Upgrading, moving up the road, eh?
Well, I couldn't exactly put Sam on the bloody sofa when he's coming over. Sam, you'd be my bloody guest. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, if you've got a bedroom for me, I'm going to come over.
Yeah. I bedroom for anybody, the last thing I want bloody certain people coming over, fucking knocking my door. Fuck that. Like I said before, Brownie, if we only bagged the money on Sam, exactly, Sam Johnson, if they sold him to Arsenal, they would have bagged a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, there's talk of him. I think it was in the same. There's talk of them wanting about the same as to Ramsdale, wasn't there? But I'm glad we chose Ramsdale.
Yeah, I agree. I have my doubts about him, but no. Sam says you sound part bloody Australian.
I suppose I do sometimes. Yeah, I suppose I can sometimes because I just it's that. coming back to the UK after being many years in Norway, and also previously I did live in America when I was younger as well. So yeah, when you're not around English people all the time, I suppose you lose it a little bit.
I know. Stefan says, "Can see Haaland and Man United." I can't, mate. Man United are an absolute mess. I really can't. Awas, hi Awas, Man City fan.
Big up Awas.
Yeah, good as gold, Awas. He pretends he's bloody on Ramadan, and yet he fucking orders fucking pizza at 3:00 in the afternoon, not thinking that I catch him out. Jazza, is French football more violent at the moment, mate? At the moment, it's fucking really it's nuts over there at the moment. It's an East Anglian accent, Stefan is claiming now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Chris. Hope you're well, mate. You want us to play in the Premier League? 3 or 4 games as he steps up. Yeah, exactly. But hey, it's the gamble worth taking if he's out of contract now, Max.
Yeah, but I think if he goes to one of the clubs you talked about, I don't think he's not going to be a starting goalkeeper. If he goes to Spurs or he goes to United, he's not going to start games. So, he should go to a club where he can start games. That's what he should do. Where he can actually play games.
You know what, right? You know what? If you want to save on a budget, then just get the fucking journeyman second keeper rather than having a keeper. I don't think it works having 2 keepers battling out for a number 1 shirt.
Well,
I mean, you look at Leno. The price on Leno now has dropped dramatically.
Yeah, the thing is, though, when Leno did step in now for a couple of games, he was very good, and that's the gamble you take, right? I mean, I understand your point, Brownie, and I can definitely see where you're coming from. But the thing is, if you have like a journeyman or a goalkeeper, maybe it's not the same level. The problem is if your first goalkeeper, gets injured for a few weeks or a few months, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. You got a second-rate goalkeeper in there, and let's face it, second-rate goalkeepers letting in goals, teams don't win with that.
Yeah, I get that. But if you're a second-rate goalkeeper, right, and you're happy to fight out for one position, which may come available every fucking 3-4 months, I don't think you're looking after your career, if I'm honest with you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I agree to an extent, like for example, if you're an up and coming goalkeeper, you're developing, you're doing well, you're gonna stay in that second spot for a while, bide your time. But then after a while, if you think you're doing well, you think you're at the level, you're gonna want to play you're gonna want to start games, and then you're probably gonna want to jump on to somewhere else, right, and play games. Because Henderson. That thing, I don't understand Henderson. Henderson was such a good goalkeeper. He goes to United, and that's it. He just gets parked by De Gea, and that's it. It's like, where's your ambition?
Yeah.
It's No, I agree with you. Got good goalkeepers should really move on and find a club they can play for. Like Leno. Leno's too good to be sitting on the bench. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's too good to just be sitting on the bench. But
I don't think you've ever agreed with me so many times in one show, Sam. What the fuck is going on?
Well, sometimes sometimes there is some logic that comes out of your brain. It's not very often.
I was going to say that. It's only because I only now opened the bottle rather than a couple of hours ago, I think. Ewa says, depends on Haaland, the final decision will wait. Yeah, the thing is, Mino Raiola is fucking playing both teams off each other, and he's making he knows well, They've already offered him 75 million euros.
That's just. I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question, Brownie, and I want you to be. I want you to tell me what you really think about it. And this is a question I've asked other people as well, and I have my opinion on it. And let's see what other people think. Let me ask you this: do we actually really need agents in football? Are they needed? Because in my opinion, no. You don't need an agent. You're an old school guy. So I don't get you. I don't really get your answer because you're an old school guy, right? You like the way things used to be before. Before, players never had agents. They did their own negotiating, and if you need contractual help, things like that, you always have a lawyer you can use, a solicitor, to help you, right? But you do your own negotiations. You handle your own PR stuff and all of that. I mean, okay, I can understand to an extent if nowadays you have these players who become huge brands and icons like the Ronaldos, the Messis, the Neymars, whatever. Okay, I understand. Then you're going to need a PR team. You're going to need you're going to need an advisor around you to help you, especially a financial advisor and things like that. If you've got a lot of money, I understand that because the game has a lot more money involved. So you're going to have a financial advisor or an accountant. I get that. That's not the same as an agent, right? Well, I still say you don't need an agent. You don't need an agent going around fucking, messing with clubs, trying to get clubs to get rid of their players and, causing all the shitstorms they cause and they get paid shit tons of money for what? For what, really? I mean, does Raola deserve 75 million euros? Does he really? No, he doesn't.
It's blatant corruption going on. I don't know if you watched that interview I did with Kevin Ratcliffe, right? And he was saying exactly the same thing because he stopped managing when he parted ways with Shrewsbury back in the mid-noughties. And he said, I never wanted to go back into management again because football has changed. In my day, the manager was the person at the helm. Yeah, but now, because of agents, it's completely wrong.
But you see now in the latest documentaries, right? You see it like it was really, really, it was really obvious. You could see in the All or Nothing documentary with Sunderland or Sunderland Till I Die or whatever it was. When there wasn't negotiating with the player, it was just the agent. It was the agent who decided, and the agent didn't even tell the player.
Yeah. You're on about that guy who ended up in Bordeaux or something, yeah?
Yeah. And the agent didn't even tell the player. I mean, this, I'm not having it. I don't think agents are needed. I think agents are just there to get more money, generate more money, because that's their motivating factor, right? They want to generate more money for the player, which generates more money for themselves. It's just a money-grabbing exercise. That's all it is. I think agents are completely not needed. You tell me
I can't agree with you.
You tell me a grown-up player, an adult player, can't decide for himself what he wanted in his contract or not, or how much he should have in his contract.
I'll be honest with you, man. Right? I'll be honest with you. Players who are it's just human beings as lads, right? And we've got many lads in the chat. I'll ask you this question as well. I'll ask my own personal experience. Up until I was 30, right? I fucking pissed money, everything up against the wall. I rubbish at managing money, right? I was rubbish at managing money, and because I had a lot at such a young age, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it, right? And the players are exactly the same. The players, you can times fucking 100 for a player. Yeah. These players are thick as fuck when it comes to money. They're not bloody. They're not educated enough, and that is why he could be worded as an advisor. Yes, it could be worded as an advisor, but that's the only part in which I think an outsider is needed by a footballer.
That's what I'm saying, but that's not an agent. That is a financial advisor, right?
Yeah, but agent does that as well.
The agent does the negotiating with the contracts and blah blah blah. An advisor doesn't. An advisor just tells the player, or someone who's got his money. They just tell him, okay, this is how you can use your money, and sort of handles the money. Right? That's what an advisor does. The agent, he's doing the negotiating, the contracts negotiating. He's going finding clubs, etc. Blah blah blah. A player can do that himself. A player doesn't need an agent to do that.
Chris says you'd Haaland gone to a Stoke. Fucking hell. Stefan, well, yeah, no. I wouldn't say we don't bag all. I don't think I wouldn't agree with you there, because a lot of the players are just, I say, they're so thick. Agents, when they're younger, agents basically had to hold their hand, take them to football. Fucking, they just, because they're taken into the football bubble at such a young age, they're thick as fuck about basic things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard he was going to Port Vale, Stefan says. Port Vale, I haven't been to Vale Park in years.
We'll see that a Premier Inn in Scunthorpe.
Have you Brownie loves Real Madrid? I very, very close with Real Madrid for many reasons. I won't tell you now, but many reasons. Not as the adopted side of me. Cheddars, I think some players look better when they are in a weaker league. That's right. Well, look at Timo Werner.
Yeah, he scored a good goal tonight. Well,
I still think he's fucking.
No, he's misses far too many chances. I mean, throughout the season, he's missed. He's like another Lacazette. He just keeps missing chances. He's nowhere near the level he was when he was back in Germany.
Cheddar said he put Aguero above Lewandowski.
In terms of
I've actually watched Lewandowski. Go on, Sam, sorry.
No, I was just saying Aguero, I would say probably is a better fit, even a more better finisher than Lewandowski. Aguero was an absolute machine. I agree with that. He was a fantastic goal scoring machine. But Lewandowski, let's be honest, he's still banging away goals at 32, 33 years old.
I actually watched Lewandowski both for Bayern against Real in that Champions League semi-final when it was crazy. Also for Poland as well. And Poland, I think, twice, maybe 3 times, I can't remember. But every occasion, very, very average. I was looking forward to seeing him actually. Done fuck all. And I do think that there's a reason why he never went out to the Bundesliga, because he knows that he'd fucking, when he steps up a level on international, doesn't do fuck all. And I think he's managed his career very well by staying in the Bundesliga.
But he's still done very well in the Champions League as well. Don't forget that. He has played at the highest level in the Champions League as well. So Poland. He hasn't really done that much for Poland. But let's be honest, Poland's not a very good international team, is it? It's he's going to struggle for Poland, to do anything with Poland. But yeah, I mean, he's done a hell of a lot for Bayern Munich, though. I mean, he's scored buckets and buckets of goals for Bayern Munich, and in the Champions League as well. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's done a very good job. It'd be interesting to see what he could do, maybe in the Premier League, or I don't know.
There's always rumours that Real Madrid were interested in him. That has come back, and it could well. I think if Haaland did go City, you go Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I think that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens to Lewandowski. But I think are we also, there's also that little doubt in your head there where, is he maybe getting a bit too old now? Is he getting that, all of a sudden he'll just fall off a cliff thing like we had with Aubameyang? We have to worry a bit about that.
That's why I'm thinking La Liga is better for him.
Yeah. Could be.
Stefan says, no, it's winning away is a step too far. Cheddar, Sancho is known as one of the best wingers in the world. Not by me, my son. Not by me. I knew Sancho was going to be a fucking dead. Lukaku at Inter, known as one of the best strikers. Again, not by me. Premiership quality. It is much better. I agree. I do agree. That game, Liverpool against Man City on the weekend. Fuck it now.
Yeah.
They put
I
the
only saw some highlights, but my God, that's high level in it. I mean, those two teams, that is such a high level of quality of what they're doing.
But I knew anyone who fucking watched the videos, I knew he was going to be a dead all the way.
I thought it was a bit, up and down, to be honest. Very overrated, in my opinion. Very overrated.
Yeah. Is it because he's English?
Oh, it's always going to be because of that, isn't it? There's always that English thing on top. Yeah. I mean, he's had some decent games for Borussia Dortmund and everything. Yeah.
Cameron says VAR's ruined football. Cameron, by the way, congratulations on 1,000 subs. Guys, if you like a bit of humour and impressions, get hold of Cameron's channel and take him to 2,000. Well done, Cam. You said VAR has ruined football. I think the way it's been used is ruined football rather than VAR itself, Sam.
Yeah, it's definitely the way it's implemented, isn't it? The people who actually run VAR looking at the cameras and the replays and everything, who do the overview, they should definitely be independent. They shouldn't be active referees, to make it fair. And we should be hearing what they're talking about, like they do in rugby, so we can get transparency in what's actually going on. And also the referees need to actually do what they're supposed to do, and that is make the final decision, because it's up to the referee. He makes the final decision, not the guy in Stockley Park in the caravan with the cameras. And that's what they do. They do too much in the Premier League. The referees just rely on what VAR says. Oh, okay, we'll go with what you say. But no, he needs to go to the screen, see what they're seeing, discuss it with them, and then make a decision himself. He's going to say, okay, well, I think this, blah, blah, blah. And that is what should happen. But at the moment, no, they just go, oh, is that what you're saying? Okay, right, okay, that's it. And that's where they get it all wrong. That's where they get it all wrong. And it's run terribly. But also there's that issue of it takes away a lot of the spontaneity of the celebrations now, because now everyone celebrates a goal and then so hang on, it might not be a goal, okay, we're gonna have to learn to adapt to that, but it is strange when you're celebrating a goal, but with one eye looking at what they're gonna maybe bring it back for the overrule it for this time. It ruins a little bit of that, the actual celebration element of it, but if they improved it in terms of the implementation, like I said, and made it more trustworthy and more balanced, and had actual independent referees, people who weren't active referees still refereeing in the Premier League, because it's terrible. You have one referee who was refereeing, on the Friday. And he could be in the VAR room on Monday night, and the referee who was in the VAR room on, when he was out on the pitch refereeing, he could be out on the pitch refereeing now when he's in the VAR room, and it's like, they're actually scrutinizing each other, and they don't like that. They don't like that.
I don't like a player being offside if his cock is bigger than the fucking other player. Do you know what I mean?
Those stupid rules need to go as well.
The fucking body of a player, not the fingernail, not fucking poo, not the fucking ball sack. Do you know what I mean?
That is when you they've got to decide something better there in terms of it can't be like what molecule is closer or not. They've got to look at just the shoulder or the knee or something like that. It can't be what basically what atom or molecule is closest, because it's
Exactly.
just ridiculous.
Exactly. Raddy's in the house. Come on, Sam. Show us Haaland from inside your wardrobe, he says.
Yeah, I've got him all back. I've got him all locked up back here, ready to sign for Arsenal. Yeah.
Raddy says I was at a game on 4 bloody minutes for an offside. You can't. Yeah, I don't. When they first come in at the World Cup in Russia, that went quite smoothly.
Yeah, and it went smoothly in the Euros as well.
You are right. Different interpretations of every different league has fucked it up, basically.
Yeah, well, the Premier League, they've completely fucked it up because not only do they have their own mates, their own colleagues running VAR, so it's a boys' club. They won't criticise each other. No one ever does anything wrong. They keep backing each other up. They never change a decision, basically. Well, you know what I mean. Hardly.
Yeah.
But also, there's that factor of, there's no independence there. There's no one who has an independent view on things. It's all, they're from within the same system working together.
You know what, right? I know it's a Q&A, but we're talking football at the moment, right?
Yeah.
But Stefan, very mind like a dogger, and he loves the dogging, Stefan. In the camera with cameras with question mark. Fuck yeah.
Well, there's not much to do in Suffolk, isn't there, on a Tuesday night? You just go down the local little edge of the forest, and hopefully there's a car park there with a few doggers,
with a Kodak.
Yeah, with a Kodak. Some guy in a trench coat ready to go,
So I agree, 4 times a lifetime, maybe 2. Yeah, like it should be like a limit. If you can't make a decision by then, fucking,
it should be simple. It should be simple. If it's something that are like, okay, we don't know what happened here, we need to check it. You go to VAR, you hear what they're saying to each other. It's it becomes transparent. You can hear what the VAR room is saying. You can hear what the referee is saying, what they're talking about. Then he goes to the TV and he's looking at the same pictures that the VAR people are looking at. They're discussing it together, looking at it together, and then based on that, the referee on the field makes the final decision. He says, "Right, I've seen this, I've seen that. Thanks. Okay, you showed me that. Okay, great. What do you think? You think this? Okay, well, okay. I think that maybe I disagree. I think this or whatever." He makes the final decision. On the pitch, on the field.
No, fair enough.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. That was the way it was introduced to us. The referee on the field makes the final decision. But we see in the Premier League that is not happening. It's the VAR room is making the decisions.
Yeah. Stefan laughing at a dogging. Raddy, 2 more days off work, then Raddy gets around watching Arsenal, then he fair play to him.
Yeah, good one, really. Yep. Support the lads. So what was the story you going to tell me then?
You still up for bloody Arsenal Everton or not? On the last?
No, I won't be doing that. I told you I've got to save money for my trip. I'm trying to get that together.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Trying to get that together. Oh, fucking hell, these banks are a fucking nightmare, honestly, because I don't have enough credit history yet. So my ability to get a personal loan to get it all done and everything, what I want to get done, I just want a small personal loan, not much, just to be able to get everything done that I need to do. Fucking, it's still not letting me do it because I haven't had enough time here with credit history and stuff yet, so it's a fucking nightmare, honestly.
I'm sure we got a couple of loan sharks in the chat. But,
I wish we did, because fucking hell, I'm so fucking sick and tired of waiting for these banks to fucking come through. They're not, so God.
We'll have a chat later. But
what's the story you was going to tell me?
All right, I'll get to that now. But hang on, Stefan brought me another story in which I want.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've said this before. Apparently, it's lost dog in Thetford Forest. Have I told you this story about the dog and the former Premier League referee?
I I don't remember the details, but when you say it, there's something. There's a bell that rings, but I don't remember the details.
Well, it was First Division. I think he finished before Premier League started. Allegedly. I want to absolutely say this is allegedly right from the start to finish, because it's more than one person. We are obviously it's dogging. There's bound to be more than one person, but right. The allegation or the rumor which went around the South Wales area was that in in uh, in a part of the countryside, locals started getting really annoyed with what seemed to be a lot of doggers meeting in a field somewhere, right? Or in a lay-by or wherever it was, right? In the countryside anyway. And they took action. They took action. And one night, yeah, definitely, it is allegations. I know nothing about it. Just, one night, the locals took action. So all the doggers arrived at a certain booty spot, right? And the locals, with a chainsaw, right, chainsaw 2 trees to block the cars in, right? And allegedly, the rumor is that it was a former First Division referee, and also as well the local mayor at the time.
Get in there, son.
Yeah. Apparently, the police turned up, all hush hush, but you know what? It got out in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no action was taken. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well, you see, the mayor, he needs to get some, doesn't he? He needs to get some action.
Oh, he was a wanker at the time. But yeah. Honestly, that's when they got so pissed off. One night, chainsaws, boom, fucking 2 trees, 2 big fuck off trees just fell at the same time, blocked them all in.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's it. That was the end. That was the end of the dogging. That was the end of the dogging for the mayor.
And my dad my dad used to go walking, all fucking Saturday, just walk. Do you know what I mean? Normally he'd walk right to Cardiff and he'd have a train back, or maybe on a bike or something. And one afternoon, he was on a bike, cycling down to Cardiff, and some people whistled. And he turned around and he said, "Oh, can I suck your cock?" My father shit himself. My father absolutely shit himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true. That
you
is.
Know what?
Went back to that area
you know what?
Again,
you know what? I think there was a period of time. Now we're on this subject. I think there's a period of time. We're talking back in the 80s and 70s now, when there were a lot of, there was a lot of that dodgy shit going on around everywhere. Because
I love it.
Because my dad's girlfriend, she told me that when she was younger, she's going back like 30, 40 years now. She had to walk from her office where she worked. This is in North London now. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want, it's just all. I don't want to expose.
Well, football Brownie is worldwide, Sam. Go on.
But yeah, it was in North London, and it was an office. She used to walk from her office to like the train station, like it was an overground train station she went to. And she had to, and the quickest way to get there by far, she had to walk through this park, and it was an open public park, right? And she said there was a time she walked through this park, and she would finish every night like 5, 6 o'clock. And she said every single night after work, without fail, she'd walk through that park, and there'd be 1 or 2 flashers who'd come up to them and show their cocks. With every night. And it was just like a thing back then. She said, because back then, the police weren't really, worried about it and stuff. There was this was back, like, we're going back 30, 40 years now, about that, that time, and they weren't really that worried about it. She was like, and she would just say fuck off and just walk on. It was there wasn't really that much about about it really, but But yeah, she said there's like every single night there was one or two geezers who were, in that park, to fucking have it off, and they'd walk up to her and show their cocks.
A lot of the swinging scene is because men know that their own wives need more, because they know that they're failing their wives and they need to keep the wife, so they allow the wife to go elsewhere, keep her happy, and then she comes home to him with a pussy full of spunk. Right, hang on. Bargaff is in the house. Hi, Bargaff.
Yeah, big up Bargaff. Nice to see you, mate.
Sam, you're not coming to the Emirates?
No, unfortunately, really, it's going to have to be next season now because I've got too much on at the moment. I can't spend that money at the moment.
Yeah, it's right. I do back him up. I don't back Sam up much, but I do back him up on his run.
Yeah, I've got too much going on at the moment.
Sam, what do you make of Emery and the fan base reaction?
Yeah, I can understand. This is the thing that pisses me off. I can understand the reaction in terms of, yes, you can see Emery is a good manager. To beat Bayern Munich like that, knock him out of the Champions League. He's already won the Europa League like 4 times or 5 times now, hasn't he? When he beat United. But yes, I can understand that. But this whole, he was a good manager for us. No, he wasn't. He wasn't a good manager for Arsenal. People need to fucking get their memory straight. He was diabolical. He started okay. He had his good time. He had that period of 20-odd games where things were going okay. But at the end of his tenure, he lost the dressing room. The players weren't talking to him or fucking listening to anything he said. Every single game was a different lineup with players doing different things. There was no tactic. Nobody saw any fucking clue or idea of what we was doing. It was a complete mess. Everyone was asking for him to be sacked and say, this is a fucking shambles. Let's get rid of him. And yes, as you just said, Brownie, the running we had for 4th place then was much easier than the one we have now. And he fucking bottled it. We lost like 4 or 5 games at the end. Fucking lost it. And we bottled it into 5th when it was much easier. We had 4th. We was there and we fucking bottled it. So don't give me all this Emery was great shit. He wasn't. He was fucking crap for us as well. He got the sack completely right and deservedly so. And unfortunately, this is just the thing. He wasn't a good manager for us. That's it. That's just the way it is. But now, you know what it's like? It's like Brownie. It's like with old girlfriends, right? It's like with old girlfriends. When you haven't seen them for 20 years, you just think about all the great memories, how good she was at sucking your cock and cupping your balls and fucking all of that, right? You remember how great her pussy was. But you don't remember all the fucking nagging and shit and all the other crap that she did all day long.
Don't you dare talk like that about Sasha.
Right? You don't remember all the shit and crap with the old girlfriends, do you? The ones you broke up with. You only remember how great they were in bed. And that's what it's like with managers. Well, he was great. No, he wasn't. Emery was shit. That's it. Move on.
Yeah. No, he was. And remember, Emery had Aubameyang at his height.
Yeah.
Like I said, he never got to the heights he was expected to. But
no, exactly. He bottled the end of the league. He was in 4th. I think he was actually in 3rd for a little bit. Then was in 4th. And then was in 4th. And we were virtually guaranteed Champions League football. Everyone's like, yes, we're going to get Champions League football. We had 5 or 6 games at the end there where it was quite an easy run in. And we lost. We lost to fucking, like Brighton and fucking Crystal Palace and, fucking teams like that. And we completely bottled that run in. And it was a shambles. Absolute shambles.
Raddy says in Wales they prefer sheeping to dogging. Look, Raddy, do you like lamb? If so, right, the next time you have a lamb Sunday roast or whatever,
here we go.
Just remember that a Welshman would have spunked in that lamb before it was put on that plate. So, how was the lamb the last time you had it? Yeah. Anyway, I love you.
Because that salt, lamb's a little bit salty. I wonder if Brownie shagged this one.
That's a bad thing to do. I don't know why you don't talk about now.
Bad. Now he's talking about sheep. Bad.
Mate, doesn't sound like a wanker. He was too big. Oh,
I like this
honestly.
Stefan more. I like this Stefan more and more. Apparently, he goes dogging with ghosts in Thetford Forest. What's ghost dogging like? I wonder what that's like. Oh, I'd love to give that
I
a
have
go.
to state it again. It was allegations and rumors. That's all it was.
Ghost dogging. That sounds good.
Fucking hell, Brownie. Worldwide dogging. Well, you guys know the bloody story about me when I was younger. It was before the Viagra days. Do you know what I mean? And it was a trophy wife, and a trophy wife and multi-million pound husband who was completely dead downstairs. And he was bloody in his late 60s, early 70s or whatever. She was in her 30s or whatever. And I was seeing his wife for about 5 years before Lisa, my ex-wife, come along.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know there's
Says one such forest meant to be one of the most haunted forests. Sounds like no. Oh, that's falling on from what you said then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
In Suffolk, they do ghost dogging.
Do you know why I went to Istanbul, Sam? Do you want to know why?
Go on.
Well, I thought I'm old enough now. I thought myself, just treat yourself, Brownie. And before Max says, right, because we were on about the bloody condoms and lube, and Max was complaining, was his fucking membership going to fucking fund fucking condoms and lube and shit like that, right?
Damn right it is. Damn right it
is. No, I just thought, over the years, right, the amount of fucking shit I've had because I've got a big nose, I'm actually gonna have a nose job.
No, you're not. You're not.
I am. Yeah.
You sure you didn't get it wrong and thought he was gonna have a blowjob?
Hey, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get. No, I am. I'm gonna have a nose job.
Really?
Yeah. But the only thing is, they've given me quotes, right? They haven't checked just how bad it is inside after years of fucking inhaling substances. Do you know what I mean? It really is bad. So, I'm sure the quotes of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 could well triple or quadruple by the time you actually have a good look at it and see the size of operation. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You turn into like an international, master, disguise person. You're going to disguise your looks now and turn into James Bond.
No, right? You will not believe the amount of girls who loved my big nose in a way, right?
Yeah, so why don't change it?
While my tongue is doing the action, the nose is fucking playing.
Yeah, you can fuck about it with your nose. You can just fucking stick it in the window.
Honestly, I nearly fucking suffocated or nearly drowned because of my nose action.
You can give a bird a nose job. You can. Fucking hell. I mean, that kind of nose job down there, can't you? Fucking hell.
I am. Honestly, now.
So why you want a nose job then?
No, you know what? I thought
you're pulling my fucking chain, aren't you? You're fucking yanking my chain, aren't you?
No, I know. That's why I went to Turkey, because Turkey is more reasonable than many other places.
Nah, you're pulling my chain.
I'm telling you, 100%. Brownie's having a nose job.
Fucking hell.
I am. Honestly. And no, not getting a bigger nose. No. I'm going for it, Sam.
Fucking hell, crikey. Oh well.
I knew you'd be shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that one coming, but yeah, good luck to you, mate.
Yeah, go for it. That's what. Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Good luck to you.
And then I'm gonna have veneers.
Yeah.
For one job first.
You look like one of those fucking, those. We can start
Hollywood smile.
You can start painting your hair black now and fucking painting your eyebrows.
You know what, right? Someone has actually told me to do that. Because I'm having so many grey hairs. I said, fuck off, fucking.
I like my grey hairs. It's distinction.
I do as well.
The
person lived in Marbella all his life, and so he's only used to that kind of vanity, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I suppose
You know what I
down
mean?
in Dubai. I suppose down in Dubai, that's what it's like. Nose jobs and fucking painted heads and fucking tit jobs and silicone bums and fucking God knows what else.
Max says, haha, not at all, Brownie. Just checking the members' names aren't going to go on the rappers. Come on, man. Fucking hell.
You have the Max WBA special version, the one with the smallest condom.
Oh, hey, Max had the pint off with Denver the other day, right?
Yeah.
Now, Max is not one for going on camera. He never thinks what was it? What's his famous line? It doesn't give the show any more prosperity or something, anyways, but he was pissed the other day and he went and he done a pint off with Denver. I have to be honest, Max, Denver absolutely battered you, mate. So that fucking challenge went right out of the window, my friend.
Well, I think Denver knows how to drink, to be honest. So yeah, he's going to lose that one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it, yeah. Brownie's having a big nose
Oh,
job.
oh, that's wow. Well, good luck to you, mate. That's
I know. It'd be fucking completely flat now when I come out.
I won't fucking recognize you with a flat nose and fucking white veneer teeth. Fucking hell, I'll be like, who's this old geezer? Fucking fake face.
I know. What do you
Yeah.
think? Botox or not?
Fuck off.
What I'm doing.
There's nothing wrong.
Anyway.
There's nothing wrong with being natural, mate. Nothing wrong with that.
Anyway, love you and leave you. Many thanks, Sam. Much appreciated coming on.
Cheers, guys.
Much appreciated. Guys in the chat, many thanks. And also as well, I dropped the interview I had with the Czech ambassador the other day. Please, if you didn't watch it at the time, please check out Football Brownie podcast. Yeah, all gone well. Did you watch that Kevin Ratcliffe interview or did you not? Or are you lying to me, Sam?
I haven't seen it yet.
Back here now, you are fucking... Anyway.
I will see it. Don't worry, I will see it.
Sam, many thanks for joining. I
Cheers,
much appreciate talking to someone and talking to myself.
Thanks for having me.
Much appreciated. Take care, guys. Hasta luego. And see you tomorrow somehow. Oh, hang on. I better do this. Otherwise the members will fucking kill me.
Yeah, that's it. Do that.
We'll have Max